Good evening and welcome to my end of the week recap video here for Apple and trade plan for next week. As you can see, there's no new notes this week from Apple. I was trading a lot of other individual names as well as SPY, and just nothing really set up for me. So what I'm looking at here going into next week is a huge bear flag that has set up. Now there's no guarantee this plays out, but this is what I'm looking at. We got a huge pull right here, flag, pennant, whatever. And I'm looking for a breakdown below, we'll call it 187.15, 187.10 area. I'll take 180 puts about 4 weeks out in the future for a measure move down here to the mid to low 160s. Now, if the breakdown actually starts from right here, that measure move could potentially be down in mid 155, mid 150s, excuse me, and we'll see how that plays out. Now, it could also be looked at as we are potentially setting up as a base just below the 200 SMA. My only argument to that is Apple is probably the most exposed company to the China trade war, the tariffs that are going on, and it's negatively impacting their price action, obviously, as you can see from the chart. We have still put in a long-term chart higher highs and higher lows. The tide could potentially be changing for that right now, as this month of May has engulfed the whole month of April, even after the huge earnings move higher, which could have been a blow-off top type of position. For an overall reversal. You can see this huge sell-off late 2018, bounce up, dead cat bounce. The perfect spot for the bears to take a secondary entry was a breakdown of this low, which was 215.30. The high of May was 215.31. So, of course, in hindsight, it's easy to point those things out, but I did mention that level several times in my prior videos, and now it's played out. Now, sadly, I was not involved in that move, and Apple is now putting in a series of lower highs and lower lows, at least on the near-term charts, and we'll see if it's going to continue down further. If China goes out and puts out another negative note this weekend like they did last weekend, Apple, SPY, pretty much everything's probably going to gap back down again, just like it did last Monday. So I have no position in Apple right now. I will look for this breakdown trade. First level to keep an eye on, if that does occur, is going to be this prior low around 182.70, 182.80 area. The low of this bar was, where is it? 182.85. There's also this descending trend line here that could have algorithmic support here going into this week. So I'm going to keep that in mind. Prior consolidation range, which is right in here. Call it anywhere from 175 to 170, could have support, but again, overall negative market sentiment, negative developments coming out of China, and Apple's exposure to China is not the most ideal situation to be in at the moment, even though this is an indecision bar and could be a reversal. The last time this happened was right here, and we continued to drop from $200 within 2 weeks down to 170. So there's that to keep in mind. If it breaks above 192.5, which is the 200 SMA, I will cautiously look for bullish setups, but for now I'm seeing this bear flag stand out as the strongest move on the chart, and that's what I will look to trade. For the daily time frame, again, Apple has gapped down, it's just consolidating, it's below the 200 SMA. My fast moving averages are coming down below the 200 SMA, and this golden cross that happened on May 7th looks like it's going to be broken, and it will be one of the failures to add to the stats. So that's that. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. You're welcome to come join me and trade this play over in the Trade Crew chat room. It is a free chat. Have a good weekend and good luck on Monday.